This video will show you how to start a partnership in New York. Um, the first thing you should really think about is what type of partnership you're looking to make. There are four main types of partnerships here, as you can see, and each has a different set of documents that must be supplied. So the first thing you're going to want to do is decide what name your entity will be using, and you can see what names are available by clicking on this link here, which will take you to our tutorial on business entity search. And that will basically lead you to the Department of State's website where you can search their database to see what names are already on file. You may also reserve a name for up to 60 days prior to your filing, and this will allow you to keep the name that you have in mind for your entity. If you notice that your filing is taking a bit longer than you expected, or if you just have a really good name and want to reserve it, that's how you do it. So click on the link here for name reservation, which is a tutorial that we have supplied for that exactly. And just note that LLPs don't have name reservation, so unfortunately for that, it's not going to apply. So the filing process is pretty straightforward. Basically what you'll do is you'll click on the appropriate entity type that you're looking to create. So for instance, domestic LP. You'll then proceed by downloading the file specific to your entity type. And you'll click on here, you'll download the file. It's a PDF form. You can print it out, and then you'll be required to submit the information that you see here. Each one's different, but it's all relatively the same. So this is a good example. So you have to fill in the information. Once filled in, you will then have to send this document to the Department of State. And along with this document will be required a fee. Each one has a specific fee to each entity type. This one, for example, is $200. And this fee can be paid by check or credit card, debit card authorization. And what that is it's a file that the Department of State has supplied, allowing you to enter your credit or debit card information online, or excuse me, not online, through the mail, and allow you to bypass writing checks if checks aren't available to you. So with the filing fee and the completed document, this will need to be sent to the Department of State. And if you have reserved a name and you receive your receipt for name reservation, make sure you include that as well. And also note that foreign entities will have to include their certificate of existence along with their filing, which is also sometimes called certificate of fact or certificate of good standing. And this basically just says that your entity is still in good standing with the state and it's not in debt or it has any delinquent accounts currently active. So with all those documents and the fee, they must be sent to the Department of State. There's the address located at the end of the tutorial. It's quite far. Let's see where I went. Maybe I went past it. Yeah, here. Sorry. So that's the address you're looking to send it to. But just going up. So after you've finished that and you've sent all those documents to the Department of State, the next step you'll be required to do is to publish your acceptance or other qualification or notice related to the acceptance of your entity in 2 newspapers within the county in which the office of the LP is located, LP or LLP, depending on which type of corporation you're making. So basically, you have to publish in 2 separate newspapers just a notice that you've been accepted by the Department of State. And the newspaper must be chosen by the county clerk in the office in which the LP is located. And afterwards, you will receive an affidavit of publication from each newspaper. So with your received affidavits of publication, the next step is to file for certificate of publication. And the certificate of publication is very similar to the first step, in which you click here, you'll print off the PDF, and then you'll be required to fill in the information required, as you can see here. So yeah, with that finished, you must include another fee, and this can be made out to the Department of State as well. and can be paid by the same method as before. And this must include your affidavits of publication and the certificate of publication. And all these articles must be sent back to the Department of State with the address located here. And that's pretty much it for the process. They're all relatively similar to that. Just a few things to note. I'll scroll down to the bottom here. That a partnership agreement is legally required. Oh, excuse me, not legally required. But this is something that we highly recommend. And what this is, it's basically like an agreement set in place between the founding members of your organization, stating that each person agreed to certain rules and regulations set in place. So basically, in the future, if any problems ever arise, you have a legal way of proving that each member abided to these rules, which can be useful. So if you want to click on the link there, that'll take you to the free template we've agreed to. That we have supplied. And the renewal process is quite easy, and it needs to be done every 2 years on the calendar month of when the entity was incorporated. And you can do this by clicking on the e-statement filing service link here, which will take you to the Department of State's website, where you can renew there. It's really easy. It's only $9, and that needs to be done every 2 years. There's also something that's required by the IRS called the EIN, or the Employer Identification Number. And this is something similar to a Social Security number, which will allow you to legally act as a business within the U.S. And this is essential, and we recommend that you take the time to do this right away. This can be done online or through the mail. There's a form here that you can print off. We also have a tutorial located here if you want to have some help with that. And that's it for starting a new partnership. So yeah, good luck with your new entity.